Greetings, everybody. This is Morning Eggnog. My name is James Font. With me, as always, Caleb Font.
Good morning, everybody.
So Caleb and I have been staying up way too late, and he's been working late, and I've been working late, and then just staying up late, as I just said, and then getting up early for work the next day. So we're both pretty exhausted, and we kind of don't want to do this episode, but we're here.
I want to do this.
I guess I want to do the episode.
I want to do the episode. I worried would not be
I
here.
wanted to do it on a Saturday. I canceled yesterday, which is our normal recording day, and I wanted to do it on a Saturday, but Caleb was like, that doesn't work for me.
That doesn't work
and
for me.
And I'm like, well, fine, be that way.
I am. I'm going to be that way. We drink from this llama and be happy.
Oh, well.
Today.
Also, if you are interested in a coaster or a sticker from the Morning Eggnog, you can email us at morningeggnog@gmail.com or Facebook or Instagram messages.
Yep. Also, coffee mugs. If you're interested, let us know, because I actually want one.
I actually want one too.
And I want a reason to get one.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody... Yeah, if you want a coffee mug with the Morning Eggnog logo on it, let us know.
Yeah.
So, Caleb.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to anything specific in 2020?
In 2020, I am looking forward to being done with school.
And then, because once you're done with school, you'll be able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
No, that is not true.
Okay.
But I will definitely be able to make more money. Plus, I will have my weekends and evenings back available. And hopefully my wife will
not
survive.
Kill you in the process?
Yeah, these next 16 weeks are going to be, well, actually down to 14 weeks now, but this next 14 weeks is going to be very grueling for the entire family. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, so that's actually why we've actually started going to the YMCA.
I know. I texted him for some reason. I texted you for, I can't remember what reason. I think I was trying to borrow your car or something.
Yeah, you were trying to borrow my car.
And he was like, yeah, we're swimming. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then he brought up the YMCA the other day, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. My wife got a pass for us and the kids just for just swim in gym or something. But anyways, it's actually really it's like 6 months for $50 or something like that.
I have very many scarring memories from the YMCA and walking into the locker room and realizing that being homeschooled, you didn't have to change in a locker with other random people. And so I went into the bathroom stall to change because I'm not getting completely naked around anybody. That's weird.
It is weird. It is very weird.
But then, then you have to walk past the showers to get to the pool, and then there's like a 200-year-old guy taking a shower, and you're like, nope.
No. They actually have family locker rooms now.
Oh, that's good.
So you actually have your men's, your women's, and then your family locker rooms. And so they've got these like big, they're like 15 by 15 rooms with
nice.
a bathroom, a toilet, a shower, and then that can shut away, and then a changing room. So it really is nice to be able to take your whole family in, and you just lock that door, and everybody,
you can change in privacy.
Exactly. You can actually be private even from your own family, which is really nice, because then you don't have awkward questions from your 3 and 5-year-old.
Anyways. So I have a list from CNN. So, it's great. The 20 things to look forward to in 2020.
Who doesn't love CNN?
Or Fox News.
They're
both excellent news sources and definitely are not biased towards any political party.
Okay, so what you do is you listen to one and then the other and then try to find the middle ground.
Maybe. Or you look up news on your own.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you just ignore news and then you don't know anything.
They say the BBC is actually pretty...
I like BBC because they just, from what I can tell, they just talk about news. They don't seem to have a bias thing, but I'm going to get railed if anybody actually pays attention to our podcast. Anyways.
You never know.
The 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. I forgot that was coming up. I forgot the new Olympics were coming up.
Okay, that is.
A medley of new movies. There's a ton of new movies coming out. Black Widow is coming out. Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out.
1984. That
Top Gun Maverick is coming out.
So if they're going to do 1984 are they going to go back to the 1984 hair for her?
Probably.
That would be, I don't think so. For actual Wonder Woman, they're going to keep her in like regular hair.
Maybe, or they'll nod to it. They'll probably nod to it.
They'll
probably have it for a second. Like she'll get a makeover or whatever. Yeah.
She has to have a perm or the poof, the big giant poof.
I mean, they're doing that today in Texas, so.
Today, well, when have they not done that in Texas?
They're making a live-action Mulan
Yeah, another one, another live action.
And then the one that everyone is really excited about, I'm sure, is Sonic the Hedgehog is coming out.
I'm actually really excited for Artemis Fowl.
Ooh.
That's the one
right. You shared it on Facebook, and I had no idea what it was because it's a book you read as a kid, and I had no idea what it was.
It's a book I loved as a kid. It's about a young 12-year-old kid who finds out that fairies are real, and he actually steals their book, their Bible, what they call the Bible, that has all their laws and regulations for fairies, and then he figures out how to kidnap a fairy and blackmail, and then ask for a ransom. It's actually really so. He's actually
sounds like a kid's story. Also, it cracked up. That sounds great.
It's actually really excited. Good. So actually, Artemis Fowl is actually the bad guy through the entire thing.
But you think he's the antagonist or the protagonist?
No, he's the
he's the antagonist the entire time.
You just love him because he's just a good bad guy. The entire 12-year-old. Well, he's like super smart, and so yeah, it's worth listening to on audio.
I'll have to pull it up.
Yeah, because that's what we're doing right now.
I started listening to Treasure Planet, and I got bored to tears. So, not Treasure Planet, Treasure Island.
Oh, Treasure Island is it's boring for like 3/4 of the way through until you get to the part where the mutiny happens, and then
all right, you just have to sit through 3/4 of a book of boredom.
That's actually
like. It's like when someone tells you, "Oh, this TV show is so good." You have to like ignore the first 3 seasons, but other than that, it's really good.
Yeah, you have to be able to sit through the first 3 seasons so you know what's going on at that point when it really becomes funny.
Could you imagine if Star Wars came out the way it was released, the same way that it is, the way it's numbered?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, because the Clone Wars is by far probably the worst Star Wars of the first original 6.
Okay, I was gonna say, where you? Hang on now.
The Disney ones are not as good for different reasons.
They are gorgeous, but
they're yes.
But
they're like the new Star Wars Battlefront. They're gorgeous, but they're not great.
Here's the thing: stop changing directors.
Well, according to we just did 2 Star Wars podcasts over on This Podcast Is Lava, and they said that's normal. They did that with The Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, but they had a consistent writer.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it was George Lucas.
Anyways, this isn't a Star Wars podcast. Could you imagine? I've just done 2 of those. Could you imagine if
James is like, no more.
Could you imagine if they came out and you're like, yeah, you have to get through The Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars. Revenge of the Sith is okay, but the 4, 5, and 6 are great.
I liked Revenge of the Sith.
I know.
It was a good movie.
All I remember from that movie, of watching it for the very first time when I was like 13, was it was really, really long. I was bored, and I ended it with a headache.
Oh, yeah, no wonder you don't like it.
No, it's okay. It just was a lot of story.
I remember actually purchasing the very first, The Phantom Menace on VHS.
I remember watching it at your house.
Yeah.
On VHS.
Which is ridiculous. That shows you how old it is.
VHS tape, which is about 3 times bigger than my phone.
And wider. For those who don't know what it is.
Anyway, so that's one movie he's looking forward to that's coming out this year. I don't really have any. I'm not looking forward to any movies at this point. Yeah.
That's because you like weird movies, and so you don't expect any movies.
Exactly.
You just wait until somebody's like, "Wow, this one's really awesome," and then you go watch it.
Pretty much. That's what I did with Joker, because I wasn't going to watch any movies last year, really.
Yeah, we did. I don't think I watched any movies last year except for Endgame. I think that's the only movie I watched in theaters, because I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, it's expensive, it's repetitive. I'll just wait till they come out.
Pretty much.
Except for that one. I wanted to be a part of the mass.
The mass. It's great. It is great going to a first day showing if you can do it, or like in theaters for a big movie, because the crowd really gets into it.
They do. A good one where people that love it.
Like I heard a story of a guy who went to see Endgame in theaters, and there's a woman crying because Tony dies.
And
spoiler.
Yeah. Black Widow
dies. It's been out for a minute.
She died. But Here's the thing. In the Marvel universe, nobody really ever dies because there's multiple universes, and you can always bring them back from a different universe.
Exactly.
So nobody ever dies.
So don't be sad.
Don't be sad.
Real quick, a few more things that are going to
Except for
happen in
Stan Lee.
2020. Yeah, and Stanley and never mind, I can't remember his name. The elections, whether you hate Donald Trump or love Donald Trump, you should go out and vote because
Either for or against. We're not saying either one.
just go vote because you need to vote
Yeah.
because you have local issues you need to vote on that affect you immediately.
Yeah, them local issues. Everybody's got a local issue. I've got a localized issue.
After drinking this coffee, I'm going to have a localized issue. The Mars 2020 mission.
Okay. So is that where they're actually shipping people to Mars?
In case this year really does go to hell and you want to launch yourself into space, maybe you can hitch a ride on the new rover headed to Mars in late July or early August. The Mars 2020 rover will join the Curiosity rover on the red planet, which hopefully means Curiosity will have a friend to sing happy birthday with instead of doing it all alone. I forgot it sings happy birthday to itself.
It does?
Yeah, it sings happy birthday to itself every year that it does it.
I really want to see it where it's like just this
It's like Wall-E. It
wide-
reminds me of Wall-E.
this wide angle panning of this drone as it's backing away, just hearing.
Oh, you better shut up. We'll get copyright claimed. The happy birthday song is copyright.
Yeah, considering that all 150 people.
Shut up, Caleb. Just because we're not popular doesn't mean anything. Anyways,
But anyways, I'd love to see a wide angle. It just keeps getting wider and wider as it's pulling away
yeah.
from the drone.
It's just bigger and bigger and bigger until it's the whole planet and it's just the rover.
But then it hears the sound from the little blue planet or the little blue speck, and then everybody in the world starts singing to the rover, and it's really sad. And then a Coca-Cola comes out.
Brought to you by Coke.
It's right, Coca-Cola. I just came up with your new concept for happiness. You
Anyways,
should launch Coca-Cola to that rover. He's lonely and tired out there.
thirsty. He needs a good Coke.
He needs a
Son of the
good Coke.
1970s Coke. Apparently, there's a newly opened Washington Monument.
Another one?
Under normal circumstances, tourists can go up to the top of the 555-foot obelisk at the heart of our nation's capital and gaze out like kings at the tidy grid of humanity below. However, for almost 3 years, the Washington Monument has been closed to the public while it gets a new security screening area and elevator system.
I mean, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, if you've seen Spider-Man,
Yeah, he
You
totally wrecked it.
he did. TV like you've never seen it before, paid for. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to read it because I don't care. The opening of Yahoo Time Capsule. Apparently, there's a Yahoo Time Capsule that was in 2006. Yahoo invited people to place digital artifacts in what life was like in a virtual time capsule. So it's been 14 years. We'll see what was in that time capsule.
So we actually were scrapping stuff at work the other day, and one of the guys found a iPhone, the original,
Oh my. The original iPhone.
original iPhone in excellent condition.
That's always fun.
Yeah, he was like, check this out," and I'm like, "Okay."
Does it work?
I don't know because we didn't have a power plug to plug it in because it's too old.
Well, bring it over here. I have one.
I don't know what he did with it. I think he took it home.
Oh, well, if he has one, cool.
I told him hang on to it for another 10, 15 years, and that thing's probably going to be worth some money.
At least $1.
At least $1. A lot of crappy
The next generation
new
of
music.
the next generation of video game consoles.
Ooh, is that the new Xbox?
Yes, the new fridge box.
You know, I would not mind having a refrigerator like that. There you go.
Did you know that supposedly on some
Maytag, this is what you need to do. You need to make the Xbox.
integrate with the Xbox and then
Ooh, that
put
would
a
be
50-inch
epic.
TV on your...
No, just have it be separated. So so it just looks like the new Xbox.
Oh my gosh.
And
The
then you
year
can
of the
open it.
electric truck is this year.
Yeah.
The baseball of your dream. I don't care about
I
baseball.
love it that they're going against a Ford F-150 and they're like, yeah, see, they suck. Well, that's because you have so much weight from the batteries.
And number 20, a new decade. Well, that was kind of a lame list at the end. But anyways, so that's a list of things that's going to happen this year. Caleb,
Yeah.
What is something that you've been reading about recently?
Okay, so this morning I started looking things up to figure out what I wanted to talk about.
What? You mean you don't do frivolous? Never mind.
I do lots of frivolous things, but looking up stuff is definitely one of them.
Vigorous research.
All right, so raining iguanas in Florida.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
So when people say it's raining cats and dogs in Florida, it's raining iguanas.
Yeah, wear your hard hat, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
I stole it from you before you could get to
It's
it.
raining iguanas out here. That'd be terrifying. Are they dead or alive iguanas? I'm
They're
assuming
alive.
They're alive.
Yeah, their blood's just cold, so they
Oh.
can't hang on anymore.
Why is that so funny?
Their blood's cold.
My blood's really cold.
I can't feel my toes. Dang it.
Or they're all diabetic all at once.
Diabetic iguanas.
My feet are numb. That was very insensitive.
Oh, you were going with, my feet are cold. That is insensitive. Is it insensitive?
Anyways, Caleb, what about the iguanas falling off trees or raining in Florida?
So frozen iguanas have been falling from trees in Florida, and after plunging temperatures caused them to stiffen up and lose their grip on their branches.
So basically, they get rigor mortis.
Basically, the cold-blooded lizards slow down or become immobile when temperatures drop to 4 Celsius, which is 40 degrees.
Got it.
Don't you just love Celsius? People hate, and why stupid Celsiusness?
4 Celsius, which is 40 degrees.
It's just 40 degrees.
I don't know. I feel like Fahrenheit makes more sense than Celsius.
Only because we use it every day.
I agree, but it seems like it's more precise because you can break it down into smaller numbers. Like 40 degrees is 4 Celsius.
Okay.
Whereas, I don't know. Like, never mind.
Where are you going with this?
I'm going with that the metric system makes more sense, but Fahrenheit makes more sense.
Alrighty then. Anyways, the National Weather Service in Miami posted a warning about falling creatures on Tuesday. Wrote on Twitter, "This isn't something we usually forecast, but don't be surprised if you see iguanas falling from trees tonight as lows drop into the 30s and 40s. Brr." And we're like, wait, wasn't that yesterday's high? Anyways,
Yep.
Welcome to Northwest frickin' cloudy Ohio.
We choose to live here.
The service added a graphic with the post, "They may fall from trees, but they are not dead." And
That looks so sad.
There's the picture.
It's so sad. He needs to put a hairdryer in that good lizard. He's a good boy. He's just sleeping.
I don't think I would want one to wake up. They are mean-looking little critters. I know they're
I think they're pretty nice
I think
as
they're
far as I
omnivore.
know.
Are they omnivores?
I think they eat bugs. So yeah, that'd make them omnivorous.
Yeah, I guess.
Bugs and plants. Because technically a bug is, if you eat bugs, you're a carnivore. It's just small, I think. Oh.
Yeah, a bugnivore.
I'm a biologist. I understand animals.
A what?
A biologist.
A biologist. So
a
yeah.
biologist.
So if you're in Florida, just be aware that if you do find an iguana and it's stiff, it could be dead, or it might just be playing possum because it's cold.
I mean, that's what I do when I'm
This
cold.
microphone sucks.
So, on this podcast, Caleb and I have talked about his evil cat, Darth
Oh goodness,
Darth
yes.
Vader,
Darth
and
Vader. I should have rethought about that name.
it's okay. And I have talked.
He never became good though. Never.
He wasn't redeemed at the end.
He
when your
wasn't
mom
redeemed.
revived him.
Nope. He was still evil.
And we've talked about my grandma's cat, Savannah, who is very evil.
He was very evil.
Oh my gosh.
She was like Palpatine to my Darth Vader.
You're right. She was. But an animal rescue shelter in North Carolina is being brutally honest in an adoption ad for what it describes as the world's worst cat. Mitchell County Animal Rescue tells prospective owners exactly what to expect from this domestic short-haired mix Perdea. No, I don't care.
Kitty
In a
cat.
Facebook listing that's going viral. I hate the word viral so much.
Yeah, it sounds
How do you say
sickening.
that?
Where?
The first word. Is it
Perdita?
Perdita? Apparently that's a cat. I don't know.
Or
We thought she was
it's
sick.
a game you play in the car. I don't know.
Perdiddle. Ow.
I never got the punch. I think
There's slug bug where you punch someone if you see a bug, and then there's stab cab. You only play once.
You only play.
It's a Tim Hawkins reference. Anyways, we thought she was sick. Turns out she's just a jerk. The Spruce Pine Base Shelter captioned pictures of the 4-year-old black and white cat they took on Christmas Eve following the death of its owner. Poor thing. That makes the story funny if you just left it there. The reportedly unfriendly feline likes staring into your soul until it feels as if you may never be cheerful again, lurking in the dark corners, being the queen of her domicile. The foolish shelter staff and fooling the shelter staff into thinking she's sick. She dislikes kittens, dogs, children, and hugs, but is ready to be socially awkward with socially awkward humans who understand personal space. The ad concludes she is, however, spayed and vaccinated per the Pet Finder listing. It's unclear how tongue-in-cheek the shelter is being with this ad. It did not immediately respond to the Huffington Post request for further information, but the office manager, Brittany Taylor, told ABC News that the cat is just all-out awful. She pretends like she wants you to pet her and love on her. As soon as you pick her up, she starts growling and she will swat at you, said Taylor, adding, she definitely makes you laugh. 1 minute she wants you, the next minute she's over it.
Sounds like a Taylor Swift song.
This cat is Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Have you noticed that there's a lot of crazy women songs coming out, sung by women?
Yes.
Like more than normal.
I mean, are there crazy guys? There's tons of crazy guys songs if you look at the metal side of
yeah, because
music.
Everybody listens to metal.
Yeah, nobody listens to metal, but
I mean, some people do, but I definitely don't.
I
I
don't
listened to
either.
metal the other day, and I'm like, I just can't. It's just too
angry.
Yeah, I mean, unless you just want to be mad at the world all the time.
And I think that's what it is. It's just a bunch of angry little white guys being angry at the world.
I don't know. Some of them are big and kind of scary too.
I guess, but not really.
I guess the only angry music I enjoy is like Irish angry.
Because they are allowed to be angry.
Because they're allowed to be angry and they just sound funny. And then, of course, they're not just, like, all right, guys, here's the tempo. We're going to go 150 beats per minute and strum and beat the drums with that and do not stop. Exactly. Like Shipping Off to Boston is one of my...
Yes, that is a great song.
It's just one of my favorite songs. Shipping Off to Boston.
Is that Dropping Molly? No. Wait.
It's Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly. That one...
I mixed them together. Drop-kicking Molly.
Drop-kicking Molly. So
Dropkick Murphys.
The Dropkick Murphys are the guys from Boston, and they're the ones that did Shipping Off to Boston. And my favorite part is the accordion solo at the beginning of it. It's just... Exactly. It starts off with the drums, and then it then starts with this banjo, and you're like,
it's pretty good.
Okay, where are we going with this? Then they add the accordion, and you're like, where are we going with this? And then, of course, they bring in the guitar, the rocking guitar.
Oh my gosh, no! Irish angry music is pretty funny. It's
so
pretty fun to listen.
That one's a great one. And then Tobacco Island by Flogging Molly is one of my favorite ones too, because it's just this. It's super fun, and then they go into this. They like go into this rocking solo at the end, where it's like 2.5 minutes of just this solo of them,
gosh.
like, and they're just destroying it, and it's so much fun. I love. You can tell I'm old because those were popular back when I was in college. In college,
Shipping Off to Boston. They didn't like that. Shipping Off to Boston. Off to Boston. Okay, that works. Dropkick Murphys. Guess when it came out, Caleb?
2007.
2005.
Oh, gosh.
On the album, The Warrior's Code.
Yeah. It's a good album.
Speaking of Irishmen, Conor McGregor, congratulations. You won the fight against the Cowboy. Did you even care or know anything about what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know what you're talking about. No, I didn't care.
Neither did I. I wasn't going to pay $60 to watch a fight. So
Yeah, was he the champion at the time?
I believe so.
No.
I don't know. It was a very quick. From what the small amount of news I know is it was a very quick fight.
Yeah, it was under a minute, which is really short for.
Could you imagine getting hit? But he's featherweight, so he's really, really light.
No, they're not.
He was.
They're not super light.
Well, for their field, they're super light.
I'm pretty sure that's in the 175 category, I think.
Anyways, they're featherweight, and being punched in the face by Conor McGregor would be very scary.
Well, yeah, featherweight. I forget the weights, but anyways.
Yeah, I was on his Instagram, and he has pictures with his kids. I'm assuming his wife, maybe his girlfriend. I don't know. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a guy who doesn't need to be scared of much.
No. Oh, we have a guy at work that looks just like him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's one of our plumbers, and he looks just like, he's got a red beard, and he has that same facial features, red hair, and he's built like him. He looks ripped.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not going to be like, hey, do you work out? I'm not going to do that, but he looks. And so actually when he goes to Johnson Supplies, they're always like, hey, Connor, when he goes in. So yeah, I love Johnsons. They're great.
Well, Caleb, do you have anything else to add to the podcast this morning?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
For this week.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram to keep updated on what we're doing. You can follow us on... No, you can't follow us on Twitter. What am I saying?
We don't do twit.
You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and PodBean. And you can watch us on YouTube at James Fox Podcast.
Yep.
Be sure to message us if you want. Be sure to message us on Instagram or Facebook, or email us at morningeggnog@gmail.com if you would like a sticker or a coaster, or if you have a topic you want us to talk about, or if you would even like to be on the podcast.
Yeah, we haven't had anybody on the podcast in a while, so we're gonna just start grabbing random people off the road and just dragging them in.
Except we're on a dead end road, so I'm pretty sure they'd think we're killing them.
Yeah, that's true. That might be more entertaining.
Hey, do you want to come into my house?
We kidnap people and drag them in here.
At 6 in the morning.
At 6 in the morning. Here, stay here. Why? No, blindfold them and gag them until we're ready to start the podcast. Oh, wow.
This sounds terrible. I don't like this.
Super creepy. Oh, we could...
Caleb, you went into way too much detail about this. Have you been thinking about it?
No.
Anyways, have a wonderful morning, noon, or night.
I'll see ya.
You went like so much detail. You just kept going.